Ugh. Hello, hello. That's in a while. Oh, what? No, let me put the headphones here. We are back. Yes, I have not streamed in quite a bit. Been seeing until Judgment Day. No, that's still the plan. Once Judgment Day arrives, you guys will see my true form, the real me. So far, you've been seeing like a representation of what I truly look like. Also, I got a haircut. And you can tell because obviously my hair is different. And I have my barber trim my beard a bit because it's out of it. See, right here, I have sensitive skin. I can't razor it all. I have him do it lower because it's hot. And now I can eat without getting shit in my beard. I don't know if you guys saw, you're paying attention to my face a lot, but that shit was like, you can see, if you see like how it's like lighter and like shit over here, like I would know what's going on over here, but like the sun could not get in there. It was just thick. So I had him bring that down a bit. Hi, by the way. Went straight into some random personal shit, but hi, hello, welcome. Welcome, you early people. Very, very, very early. Did you miss me? Is that what I'm getting? Was I missed? The live reactions missed? Let's see. What do I have on the docket today? We can be chill. Surprisingly, the gifters have been very quiet. I think it's less of they've been quiet and more so the inevitable conclusion has been reached, right? That people simply don't care anymore. Like they're not moving the way they used to be moving. I was actually talking to a friend about this yesterday. I was like, it's crazy how like quickly it all sort of just like fell apart. You guys know me. I keep up with this shit, right? I'm aware of like most of these guys, and it's just like some of them are begging for money through GoFundMe's and going on vacations with said money. Some of them are trying to interject themselves into other people's shit in order to like, keep it going. But it's just like it's not working. It's nice though. It's nice. It's nice seeing them. How did Pusha put it? He said, your lucky streak is now losing you. Lucky streak is now losing you. I'm like, I think that's pretty good. Or you're gasping for air. It's beautiful. But I prefer though, your lucky streak is not losing you. That is true. Also, I have been following a bunch of like insane VTuber stuff, and one of them I touched on before, so we'll get to that. But oh my god, did it crash and burn in such a spectacular way? I love it so much because again, it's just it's people doing things for quick hits and nothing for sustainability. And when you keep doing that shit, you put yourself in this position where you have such a small shelf life to even try to capitalize on the audience you got before they just move on to somewhere else. This notification. Okay. I get the weirdest notifications from my Streamlabs because it'll say your microphone is unmuted, but there's no signal. But I'm very clearly talking. Like it's like okay. Like go away, thank you. All right. What I want to do though is make sure I have the things I want to talk about set up here. Now, did I have a bunch of time to do this ahead of time? Of course I did. Did I do it ahead of time though? No. No, I did not. Because that's what we expect from me, right? We're not here for professionalism. not here for um, you know, me having a tight ship being ran. You're here because I don't know, man. You're bored. It's Sunday. You you don't know what else to do at 1 o'clock. Well, depending on where you are in the world, it might be like fucking midnight for you. Okay, let's start off with our favorite thing. Let's do some games, you guys. Let's do some gameable, which I realize I only ever do when I'm streaming. I don't really do this when I'm by myself. Let's see. All right, so we have cover art, easy, medium, medium, hard, medium. Okay, it's just top easy. It said easy. This is a map. I'm gonna say Uncharted. I'm gonna say Uncharted. Um, not Drake's Fortune. Not Drake's Fortune. Not Drake's Fortune. Uncharted. The Golden Abyss. Oh, not even. Not even. Is it Mafia? It just came out. It's Mafia 3. It just came out. No. It's Bullets. Is this Sniper? The Sniper Elite? No. I'm not good at this anymore. I don't know. This said easy. These are obviously bullets. Wait, it's just I don't even know what the fuck. Is it one of those like war civilization game, like those strategy games? Cause I'm bad at those. Is it like Empire, Age Empires? Is this the franchise at least? Is it the franchise? No. So Iron Cross is so definitely a war thing. Is it like a game of Axis vehicle or something? How about Allied forces? Out of Honor, Allied Assault. Oh, Heart of Iron. Okay. Heart of Iron 2? Heart of Iron 3. All right, listen. You can't be like, oh, this shit's easy. And you put the fucking Hearts of Iron series as if they're like these major mainstream games that everyone, their moms played. Like, that's not how that works. That's not easy. That's not easy at all. Okay, again, this is okay. These are, let's say maybe first I'll go Madden. I guess 94. That wouldn't be it. This is a football. I mean, no, this is like is it tennis. People sitting in the stands. Is it just like tennis? This is like an old game. Like just tennis. Correct franchise and saga. There's more than this. Is it virtual tennis? No. So just tennis. Correct franchise and saga. What's the sequel? Tennis in the Face? Tennis 2? What like Nintendo Tennis? Home Run Derby? Like what the I don't get it. Like what's the, it says it's in the franchise. Well, what's the tennis franchise? Mario Tennis? Wait, hold on, wait. There's Mario Tennis. Then there's Mario's Tennis. Then there's Mario Power Tennis. Then Mario Tennis Aces. I, I feel like they've added sports titles that would be, well, yeah. Well, it's like you're telling me this is the correct franchise and saga. So if I type in tennis, then like tennis 2 be on here? Is this Mario Tennis? Like baseball home run? Oh, it's not tennis. It's like Nintendo like sports or something? Sports? Like what's uh uh it's just baseball? It's just baseball? It's just baseball. Just baseball. Insane. In fucking sane. Just baseball. How is it the correct franchise? How is it franchise and saga? Like the sports saga? Like oh, this tutorial. See, this is easy. But that's easy. Wii Sports 93, get out of here. Tutorial. Big Mom. Female. Animal. That's the clue. Female animal. All right. Keywords. Death elves, magic, melee. Death elves. Well, death elves, magic, melee. Uh, let's do The Witcher. The Witcher, whatever. Wild Hunt. The Witcher has those things. Traps, bloody, sequel, disease. Is this Elder Scrolls? Let's just do Oblivion remastered. Why not? Portals, climbing, medieval, swimming. Wait, portals, climbing, medieval, swimming, traps, bloody, sequel, disease. It's a sequel with portals and climbing and death and elves and magic and melee and swimming and disease. This does gives me like an RPG vibe, but it's not Elder Scrolls. It's not the Witcher series. I almost said thought Fallout, but Fallout doesn't have elves or magic. I mean, Zelda has that. Let's just see Tears of the Kingdom. That has portals, I think. I know it's not Zelda, right? We thought it was Zelda. It applies to so many things. Acrobatics, corruption, action adventure, boss fight. Okay, so Portal mostly go like Portal games, but like Portal doesn't have any of this stuff. Acrobatics, corruption, action adventure, boss fight. Bloody sequel, disease. Like Plague? No, Plague doesn't have elves. What has elves, boss fights? That's narrowed it down. It's like so many fucking RPGs. That could be like goddamn Persona. Well, not with the elves. Elves would probably limit that a little bit. Am I playing it there? None has elves. I'm playing. Which doesn't have elves. Still doesn't have elves. Corruption? Like fucking Beyond Good and Evil? No, there's no sequel to that. Climbing. Oh, is it Assassin's Creed? No. Magic spells, staff, weapon, save crystals, puzzle solving. Save crystals. Yeah, but it's not Elder Scrolls, so it can't be more or anything like that. It's not the franchise or saga. Magic spells, staff, weapon, save crystals, puzzle solving. Oh, is it Diablo? No. Sword and sorcery. What the fuck? Sprinting mechanics, healing potion, lizard creatures. This is Zelda. No? What's a staff weapon? I don't. And look at the cover. You can like, bro. Can I zoom in? Like, hello. Sword and sorcery. I don't fucking. Bro, this cover don't help. Healing potions, fancy setting, lizard creatures, sprinting mechanics. Lizard creatures lets you think of Zelda, but it's not that franchise. Sword and sorcery, acrobatics, corruption, boss fight. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Final Fantasy doesn't have a sprinting mechanic though. Whatever. Whatever. Oh wait. Healing potions, fancy setting, puzzle solving. Is it full? Heretic 2? There's no fucking way I would have got this. There's absolutely no fucking way I would have gotten this. How many people got this correct? Because this is bullshit. There's no way. There's no. I've never even heard of this game. I've never even heard of Heretic. There's no fucking way. From the creators of Hexen and Heretic comes Heretic 2. Bro, I'm not even gonna. How many? You know, Heretic 2. Let me see. 2. Like, was this shit like a mover? Like, did this like was this selling like crazy? Reception. Heretic 2 was a commercial failure. It sold only 28,000 units by April of 1999. When was it released? Oh, November of 1998. Oh shit. Yeah, so like 30,000 people play this game. And you expect me to know what the fuck this is, game though? That's bullshit, dude. But this is like a niche within a niche. Like, how would I have gotten that? I'd be better on this bullshit. Or you just have to guess. Oh, it is a single player game. That's all I got right. The game I have guessed is newer. So it's So a game that came out not in 2016. It could be open world action drama. It could have any of this shit, but it's single player. Okay. Uh, let's do like Halo 5. Okay. Oh, so it's an Xbox game because Steve 43 always done Halo, so it's Xbox game that came on Xbox One. It's like 2014. How about Rise, Son of Rome? Damn. What happened with the Amazing Spider-Man continuity? Wait, what happened with the Amazing Spider-Man continuity? I have no idea what you're talking about. But if it's comic books, you know, it's gonna. Oh shit, my bad. It's single player games. Single player games. Single player Xbox game. Mirror's Edge. Okay, so it's older than. Damn, dude, nothing I'm doing is narrowing shit down really. It's okay, so it's a game, a single player game from like probably 2010 to 2012 from Xbox slash Microsoft Game Studios. Single player Xbox game. See, a single player Xbox game. Uh, what about? How about Elder Scrolls? Those are fucking just Skyrim. Jesus Christ, dude, can I even get the year? It was between 2009 and 2010. And it is a not but it's a Microsoft game. Why can't I think of fucking Microsoft games, bro? Oh, Mary Jane breaking up with Paul. Yeah. That's good. Paul sucks. Paul was a kind of a worthless character they added in for no reason other than to like make Peter and her not be together. All right, hold on. Let's lock in for a second. So it's an Xbox Microsoft game between 2009 2010, which is a single player game from Microsoft. But what's considered Microsoft Game Studios? Because like Bethesda's under Microsoft, but I guess not technically them. I don't know this genre really. It's definitely an action game, 100%. That seems to be consistent across the board. Action and maybe sci-fi. Not Mass Effect. That's BioWare. Uh, although it could give me anything else besides like the game engine. I don't give a shit about that. What? 2010. Prey was also Bethesda software. God damn. Um, Not Bethesda. It was Arcane. I don't even know what the fuck. What game came out in between that time period? What's a 2010 Xbox Game Studio game? That's single player. It's just so much harder than it used to be. Maybe I got to figure out like a need more data. Fuck it. Let's just do. When did Mass Effect 2 come out? When did Mass Effect 1 come out? 2000. 2007. Mass Effect 2. That was like 2010. Okay, see Mass Effect 2. Just to see, just to see the genre that we're dealing with. Wait, it came out 2000. Yeah, 2010. Let's see if I get the fucking year right. Okay, so it did come out in 2010. It is most likely an action game from Microsoft. You know, fuck it. 2010 Microsoft games, dude. Because I don't even know what games came out. Oh, Fable 3. Fable 3. No. Is Fable 3 co-op? Fuck. Halo Reach? No. Yeah, because I would have said Halo, so it was wrong franchise and sauce. Would have counted. Fuck. It's not a shooter. You know, whatever. What else came out? Castlevania. Oh, I need to know what games from Microsoft Studios. What the fuck? What games? What did? What? Like, what even came out? Like, I don't even know what fucking game came out. Like, what did Microsoft specifically in 2010? Like, I'm at such a fucking loss right now. Like, well, Doom is id. I can't even say Doom. Damn, I can't remember I posted it. I can't even say fucking Doom because that was like, oh, it's publisher slash developer. So maybe it just has to be published by them, not developed by them. So let's just do Doom, yeah. Oh, it's not a shooter. It's not a shooter, that's why. One time clue. Oh, I will lose a life, so it doesn't matter. In 2016. Yeah, bro, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, man. I'm picking a random game. Let's do Cameo. Elements of Power. Limbo. Limbo? I didn't even know that was. I didn't even know Microsoft published that fucking game. Whatever. Whatever. That was annoying. That was not fun. That was super fucking annoying, actually. I tried to be all cool and chill with that, and I was getting absolutely bodied. What, some kind of Sunday stream, eh? What is this? Some kind of wise guy in my chat? What is a crossover episode? Too much BoJack Horseman. Oh, he's not on. You know what? So obviously we're streaming today because I said I was going to stream, and also we hit 5,000 subscribers, and I feel like it's just us us people here, right? Right? It's just you guys here. It feels it feels weird to like celebrate things. And not in some like because 5,000 isn't a lot. 5,000 if anything is a lot. But I think more so because I have deep issues with praise, like me getting praised. It's still something I'm not used to in my big age. Like I'm still not used to like people being like, "Hey man, good job," or "Really like what you do." Even at my job, they're like, "Dude, you're really good at this. We want to promote you." Da 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 da. I'm like, "Ugh, please don't acknowledge me." Actually, but I didn't all honestly want to say thank you guys. That shit's unbelievable. I think it's fucking sick that we have 5,000. Actually, right now we have exactly 5,021. So that's like I don't know if I'm sounding sincere or not when I say this, but that really is amazing to me. I know like there are people who don't like me, right? And they'll be like, "That's nothing. You didn't get anything. That's nothing." And I get that, but I also have to stop listening to them because it doesn't matter. But I like the fact that people are actually like coming out and supporting. That's super cool. Like I think I don't know how to do this. Okay, I don't know how to be like uh thank you everyone and all that shit and sound sincere or whatever. All right, it just doesn't sound sincere for me. Like I don't know how else to put. I am thankful. Does that come across as sincere or does that come across as robotic? Who knows? But I am very thankful. I'm very grateful that a couple thousand of you guys decided to subscribe to me and listen to me ramble on about a bunch of shit that maybe in the long term doesn't really matter, but still decide to give me a chance. And maybe one of my goals would be being better at articulating my appreciation. Oh, it feels so weird though. Like I'm not the only person who feels that way, right? Like it's a weird feeling to like God, not it's not weird to feel grateful. Like that sounds like an insane thing to say. But it's weird for me to like express verbally my gratitude, especially when I can talk for hours about literally anything. I can't. I can't. See, like you say shit like this, like a content creator probably functioning brain. I'm like, no, I'm an idiot. But then I see like I don't want to say competition, but then I see like the competing ideologies out there. I'm like, damn, maybe I do look like a fucking genius compared to these guys. Oh my god. I think I blocked some in the gift that small channels came up. Hell yeah. We love that. But I think that's what's happening too though. I think like a lot of people are quite simply like the people who've always said they just want to talk about games or they just want shit to be fun are starting to see that like the bigger people who've just been talking about how much they hate games, how much they hate that shit. And they're like, maybe I actually don't want to sit here and hear a person with 30 million subscribers complain about how games aren't good anymore, even though they have made a career playing these games and talking about it, right? Like I do think there's like that disconnect between larger creators who have grifted and their current audience. Because like I don't want to name drop, not because I'm afraid of repercussions, but I just don't want this person talking about me because they're annoying. But there's a certain creator, a certain bit creator that has way more subscribers than me, right? Have been doing YouTube longer than me. And yet you look at like their view counts and their view to sub ratios and all that stuff too. Any sort of like analytics, right? And it's like they're not doing that good as they should comparatively, right? And I went through one of their videos and like they had a video that had like over like 40,000 views, which is pretty good when you only have like 90,000 subscribers. And I was like, you would think they would lean more into that because that's clearly what their audience wants. Like talk more about that. But then they kept trying to grift and then they're getting like 100 views, 800 views on their stuff. And I'm like, that's not good. Exactly. Like you're betraying your own audience and your own fans. Like I think I have a pretty good understanding of what the people who come to me come for, right? Like, yeah, every once in a while I can post a video where it's just me talking about like my thoughts or opinions, but I also know people like when I react to things. I think they like the way that I break stuff down, the way that I like to try to put a bit more information out there than just like what's happening, right? But I'm also aware that I have at least allowed myself that room to make a video just talking about like, hey, why the fuck are you guys like this? And maybe that only gets like couple hundred views. But I can also make a video where it's like, I'm gonna try to break down this random Nux Taku synthetic man Andy Pants gaming video. And then I know people will come for that. But hopefully they'll watch other things too. But I don't think I could ever just full on just be like, I'm only gonna talk about this topic forever. Because that's crazy. What the fuck was I talking about? The ADHD is going hard already. I gotta drink my energy drinks. I gotta focus. Yeah, I'm getting fed up with some of them trying to bash on. See, here's the thing. I think someone was coming for me on my channel, and they were like, you know, you shouldn't talk about this when you like bought like a 4080. And I'm like, when did I ever promote myself as like some computer tech person, right? I was thinking you guys were being great. Yes, 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 yes. You guys are great. I'm not. I am merely a tulpa. I am what you guys have been wishing for. A content creator that actually, I don't know, gives a shit about video games and actually cares about it from an artistic perspective and not just like a consumerist perspective. You know what? I think that's what it is. I think we cracked it. I think we cracked it. I think a lot of people are not what they believe to be. I think a lot of audience members actually get insulted when they see these bigger like content creators telling them that they're just consumers and that's it, because it's super reductive. And I think I sort of fit that void of like, I don't think you guys are just consumers. I think you're falling for a lot of like consumerist talking points, but you actually do at some level give a shit about like the artistry behind things, and that's why you kind of feel a little icky when you see like AI shit, or why you feel kind of gross when you're seeing companies like tout out the corpse of a familiar IP, but like make it a gotcha game or make it this heavily microtransaction based game, right? Like I think that's kind of the niche I'm filling in, where it's like, hey, we can like video games and critique them. We can respect them as entertainment and art, right? That's because YouTube pretty much enables oh yeah, dude. YouTube loves upload regularity, and it loves content that is divisive. Because divisive means engagement. Engagement means more ad revenue. More ad revenue means more money. But like I don't want to be like I want to be consistent, of course. I want you guys to be able to come to my channel and be like, hey, we're getting a video this week, right? And not like one of those channels where it's like you're getting a video every 3 hours, because then it's just like, it feels like homework, at least to me. And I know my thought process isn't the same for every single person, but I feel like I like when I get like a notification from like Nexpo, for example, completely different sort of content than I make, mind you, but like I like getting notifications from like Nexpo or even like Chilling Scares with the Void, because they upload. I mean, Nexpo's like 2 times a month maybe, but like when they upload, it's like an event. It's like oh, that's appointment viewing, right? Like I want to watch this video immediately. But then when I see accounts where it's like, yeah, I upload every single day, it's like, damn, dude, I don't think I have anything to talk about every single day. Well, that's not true, but I don't think I have anything that's warranting me recording it every single day. And so I feel like YouTube really promotes that, though. It likes uploads, which is like every single day, because they can push things out more. Because I followed accounts where I wasn't even getting their videos pushed to me anymore. I had to go find them out again. Kind of part of the whole scheme, that whole scene that's trying to make people think that everyone PC game is a really prestigious, trying to compare with shoes. Oh yeah, you know what? I will say, fuck it, we're just yapping today, right? I will say I truly, truly hate the perception around PC gaming where that we all have like fucking RTX 5090s, 4K monitors with like dual screen setups. I don't have a dual screen setup anymore. I have one monitor, and then if you guys see me look to the right, I'm looking at my laptop because I have the stream up here too. Right. And I have a computer desk that has space for two, but I don't think I need a dual monitors right now. What's up, man? New stuff. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. We're just talking here. We're chatting because we got 5,000 subscribers. We're doing a little celebratory stream. By the way, you guys distracted me. I did do a Ask Me Anything. And so we have 11 responses. So we're going to we're going to do some Q&A. 11 questions. No, one question, 11 responses. So it shouldn't take that long. And you know me, I'm quick, I'm brief. I don't drag things out at all. I don't take 3 hours to make a response video to a 20-minute thing or anything like that. It's never happened before. All right, so here we go. We are on my Google Forms. Full disclosure, I absolutely stole this from another content creator called Eric Debunks. So like, I am fully aware that this is thievery, but also they didn't come up with the concept of doing an AMA. So I feel like we're good. Okay, let me make sure. What are your thoughts on echoes of the end up to upcoming AH Chapel again? Let's say about God of War. Wait, hold on to that question. I'll do this, then I'll answer your question. I think I know what you're talking about. All right, so first response is, I like your content. Very much insightful. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I have several questions. Okay. What is your main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate if you play it? I haven't played Super Smash Ultimate in a long time, but it's Ike. It's always gonna be Ike. And I'm not even that good with Ike, but Ike has big sword. Big sword hits big damage. All I need. And he can parry. You guys know how I feel about parrying, okay? You know how I feel about that. And little Smash lore from me, I guess. My ex-friends, well, not friends anymore, it's just like over a decade ago, when Brawl came out, they decided to become like big sweaties and were like super into like the tournaments and stuff. And so we couldn't play for fun anymore. So I had to learn certain character things. And when I learned what Ike is, his model does not allow him to die without his sword. So Ike has super armor, meaning if you're not into fighting games, there are attacks that should kill him, but if he puts up B at the correct time, because that's the animation when he throws his sword in the air, jumps up, and then catches it, while the sword's in the air and not on his model, he can't die. So, like, granted, it's a small save, but I liked that, and so I started delving more and more into Ike, and I could do, like, his, like, you know, like, his B air is pretty good, and, like, neutral air, like, all that bullshit, and then I lost that skill because I stopped playing it, but it was Ike. Have I played a Fire Emblem game? No. In fact, if it wasn't for Smash Brothers, I'd have no fucking idea what Fire Emblem was. I'm being so serious. So, have I played a Fire Emblem game since? Also, no. That answers your first part of your question. As a POC and a progressive gamer, you get more hate from those right-wing grifters, right? Have you ever thought about quitting your channel, and how do you cope with the hate of losers? Jesus Christ. Okay. Fuck. I was thinking it was like going to be like a lighthearted continue on. It's like, ha, 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 ha. So how is your mental health knowing the fact that you were constantly being, no, but in all honesty, yes, I'm visibly black. Oh no. Oh, I lost my black man sheet. God damn it. But yes, I am. Does this channel really get that much hate? More than you would expect. More than you would expect, considering just the relative size. But yeah, I already have consistent hate watchers and consistent hate commenters. I'm not gonna call them by name, well, you know who you are, Caleb, um, who consistently come to my page, whether it's my community post or my videos, and just want to get into fights with me and will like call me out. One person recently I had to report, and it wasn't Caleb, but I had to report because they like straight up threatened me. Like they were straight up like, you guys are the reason for all of this, and we're gonna take care of you and whatever. Actually, you guys, we're streaming right now, right? I can show you. I can show you all my comments. Let's go to unheld. These are ones that YouTube just holds on, right? This one's not too bad. Have you considered the amount of capitalism yourself? I honestly did approve this. That's why I can approve Sammy's comment. But like, where we go. There's some comments here that's just like, not necessarily hate comments, but lots of stupid comments like, I hope you're happy. All people want to do is play Spider-Man with you without stupid gay mission or have a deaf girlfriend. I think it means deaf. They really wanted the left to stop messing with Eve from Shadow Blade. You guys did this. You guys are the problem. And now they're ripping everything down and you want to call citizenship. Let it burn. You guys got to learn a deeper lesson. And it's just, it's stupid. But a lot of these things are, oh, this guy who was like trying to come for my looks. Here we go. Look at how this motherfucker looks before you take anything he says serious. It's completely fine to have a preference for a game character aesthetics. And I was like, a couple of things, you guys. Look at me. Like, I always say, I present as their ideal of masculinity, right? I am 6'9". I'm like 300 and like 2 now. I'm trying to get more muscle on. I'm like 300 pounds plus, right? I'm big. I have a beard. I have all these things, right? Women like me. They just do. Can't blame them. But they will always try to come for me physically because they can't really come for my argument. And so to see shit like this, and they're saying like they're taking it and they're going like, "Oh, you are complaining because it's you think it's fine to have a preference for game character aesthetics." I'm like, that's not even in this video. But also to be like, look at this motherfucker before you take anything he says serious. Okay, look at me. I'm an attractive person. So I do have authority on this. I'm sorry. I got my haircut. You can't tell me shit. I am an attractive person. I have some say in this. Was that not the arena I should be talking about? Like, it's so funny. I think some of the, oh, I gotta show the hidden comments. That's the one where it's like the real meat. And it's usually when I talked about like synthetic men and stuff. Oh, here's Caleb. I mean, your site is filled with exact type of losers, only reverse. People like Crimes New Roman with his safe pointing video, for example. I still find those liberals complaining about the male gaze in video games and hot female characters this day, and they all whine. Again, I'm not a liberal, so it's weird that you guys keep trying to associate me with them. Like my racist LOL. Guess you progressive rodents are racist too because you let South of Midnight flop and Forsaken flop, or Forspoken flop. You're nowhere to be found when it matters. Always expecting the Chud, Incel, Gooner, Nazi, Hitler, O, and transphobes to carry the game because you evidently don't pull your weight. So I get a lot of stupid fucking people. Like, here we go. If you like ugly ass characters in your game, power to you, I guess. Majority of human like beautiful and pretty things, in case you haven't realized, and always live inside your safe bubble. You don't get on high horse and call other people loser just because they like what they like. This is just borderline arrogant as heck. Like I don't like I don't this is what I get. And you're a simp, bro. Oh, I used to get a ton of those ones. Every time I talk about Andy Pants, I get called a simp all the time. All the time. And they just make up shit. Like, fun fact, they rejected the audition of the more talented, more fit, more experienced, and more attractive Japanese actress, Karen Fukuhara, just to give the position to this uninteresting female slug radical activist. They make up shit. They lie. Bro, you were good until you went full R-worded. It's not all men who are straight. It's just these weirdos who you're reviewing. Like, it's... that's what I get most of the time. Most of the time. And these are the tamer ones. They got deleted. But for all the people who always go like, oh, I personally go through and I hide these posts. I don't. I have to keep saying this. People think I'm like, I don't do this. YouTube does this. You could see me literally click on this and go approve, right? And it still won't approve some of them. Like I don't know what else to do. That's just what YouTube does. So it's not me. I didn't answer the question. God damn it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You get more hate. I do get more hate. Have I ever thought about quitting my channel? No. I have never thought about quitting my channel. In fact, the times I had thought about quitting my channel was prior to all of this. Like when I think I've told you guys before, but when I first started YouTube in 2016, I was doing the whole let's play route, right? Where it's upload every day, fake personality, pretending I'm scared about shit when I wasn't, trying to emulate those who were finding success in that space. That shit made me want to quit because I didn't feel like I was being authentically myself. I didn't find most of those games to be scary or interesting. And I felt like that came off through my content where I was just like, hey, we're playing The Last Guardian still. At one point, I think I have a video up there where I was playing the first The Evil Within, and I just had to upload like a fucking 4-hour video because I was like, I was gonna be done with it. And that's why if you guys, I wouldn't suggest you do this if you value like time and sanity, but I did have like, if you looked at my past videos, there was large chunks where like I just didn't upload for like months, and I upload a bunch of games and I wouldn't upload again because I was always going back and forth. And I tried different things. I was like, should I show my face because I feel like people seeing a black person doing this shit is not popping off? And then like I would see like newer content creators who are black and doing it. Okay, so it's safe to be black on the internet, so I'll show my face and yada 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 yada. But once I made the choice to talk more about the topics I'm talking about and how I talk about it, no, I've never once thought about quitting. In fact, because I'm also driven a little bit by hate, it makes me want to do more videos. It makes me want to do more. I like the fact that they get upset and they want to comment, make threats and all this shit too, because it means I'm doing something right. Like, people historically have hated when minorities don't cave into social pressures because that was what they're accustomed to, and if that doesn't happen, then they have nothing else to do, right? That's why I don't really care when like the other channels, they'll be like, I got a comment yesterday talking about how I posted my community post about the Nux Taku thing and how he was losing like, I think, yeah, he hadn't gained a subscriber in like 3 or 4 years. And the guy was like, well, he has the bigger channel than you and gets more views than you. And I'm like, okay, yes. I should hope so. I should hope a channel that across multiple channels has over like 2 million subscribers would pull in more views than me. But that doesn't make what I say or do irrelevant or less important, right? Like I've never bought into like the numbers in terms of bigger number means I'm more right than someone else. It's just more people have seen it. But yeah, no, I never thought about quitting this channel when it comes to this stuff. And I cope with it by knowing that I'm loved in real life. I have friends, I have family, I have a girlfriend, I have good things going for me. I would like to view myself as a decent human being. I help people in my professional career and my personal life too. I can't take what these people say seriously because I know what makes them cheer. I know who they support, and the people who they support are so obviously miserable that I'm like, oh, I'm doing something right. I may not have like 1 million subscribers or $1 billion, but I know I am leagues and leagues happier than these other people because I don't have to constantly go on the internet and talk about how much I hate trans people or I hate minorities or I hate how woke and gay everything's getting. And that's all my content. So like, that's how I cope with it, just by living a full life, essentially. And going to the gym, working out. These are my coping mechanisms right here, buddy. This is how we cope. We cope by hitting new PRs. But no, honestly, yeah, I just live a life, so like this doesn't really affect me like that. What are your thoughts on fighting games? Do you have a favorite fighting game or fighting character? What are your thoughts on traditional inputs versus simple inputs debate? I love that I give off FGC community fan. Like I love that I give off that because I don't I don't play fighting games. Not that much. Although I will say I have thoughts on everything. I do think fighting games are fucking amazing. I do think the community, while it definitely has a lot of problems, it is still one of the better communities out there. Because fighting games, while like I said, there's problems, right? Every sort of group, every subgroup has like their like discriminations and bigotry and whatever. But it seems like the fighting game seems way more inclusive. Like fighting games aren't afraid to have like trans characters. Fighting games aren't afraid to have like male characters who may present far more feminine and like a way that challenges the traditional masculinity. And they'll beat your ass. Voldo will beat your ass. Like this is the fucking video game character. In the Soul Calibur series, okay? I can show this on YouTube because this is the fighting game character. This is Voldo. I don't know if my face is blocking it. But like, this is just a person, just a character design. If you can't tell, if you can't see what he has on because I'm blocking it, if I upload this video later on, I'll edit it in there perfectly. But like, he's wearing like what could only be described as like a medieval dominatrix outfit, like a medieval gimp suit with knives. But there's the crotch piece has like spikes on it. Like my brother is cheeks and balls out damn near. And this is just a fighting game character. He wears like a thong. Like this is a fighting game character. And he will beat your ass. Right? So I've always appreciated the fighting community in terms of like the production side of things for being pretty experimental and way more inclusive. But as far as me having like a favorite fighting game or fighting game character, I don't know, man. I really don't. That's a lie. It's Sea Viper, Crimson Viper from Street Fighter 4, and now in Street Fighter 6. Crimson Viper was the first character I ever got sweaty on. Okay, and I'm talking about. Let me show you what she looks like. First off, you'll see why she's my favorite character. Crimson Viper. So this is what she looks like. Oh, my life's so beautiful. This is what she looks like now in Street Fighter 6. Well, Crimson Viper was like the first character in a fighting game that I was like, I want to get good at this person. And I seem to always be attracted to the high skill ceiling characters which doesn't play with my fighting style, but she does because I don't play any defense. I'm always on the attack. And she was like in Street Fighter 4, the queen of mix-ups. If you don't know the fighting game term, like a mix-up is essentially you're playing cat and mouse with the opponent and you're able to just confuse them. So she can like jump to the right of you but hit you on your left side. Kind of like that. Mixes you up. You have to know when to actually guard and stuff. And I learned how to like combo into her ultimate, and she has a super jump cancel. So I could cancel way more animations to the point where I was pretty consistently able to like light punch you to my ultimate. But she was my favorite. Her burning kick, ugh, so nice, so fucking sexy. What my thoughts on traditional inputs on simple inputs debate? I don't know, man. I don't really know much about that. I don't know. Do whatever feels right. I feel like that's always a good answer. Do whatever feels right. Yes, you get it. See Viper. Well, she wouldn't power drive you. She would fucking she would electric shock you with her gloves. She's basically like a dominatrix who beats ass. Because like she comes in with like her tight leather outfits and shit, and then she has like shock collars, or like her gloves can shock you. If you're into that kind of stuff. Technically 2 questions, but hey ho, I'll try my luck. Best game you've ever played and your favorite game. Oh man. The best game I've ever played? I don't know about ever. I don't want to like trap myself in like a year from now I have a completed response. But a game that I think is really, 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 really fucking good, which also has to be one of my favorite games. I don't have an overall favorite anything that comes to gaming because my brain doesn't allow me to do that, but Okami. Okami is such a transcendent experience for me because it is one of those games that starts off with a very, very simple premise and then suddenly becomes Wolf Zelda. I know it's ironic to say because there is a Wolf Zelda game, but I believe Okami predates Twilight Princess. I think Twilight Princess came out, what, 08? And Okami came out 2006? I think Okami came out before that. Yeah, Okami came out in April of that year. And then Twilight Princess came out in November. But it is such a beautiful game. Like from the musical choices and the soundtrack to the visuals, and the combat's pretty fun too. Like there's a reason why I've played Okami on every fucking console it's available on. Okay, even the ones on the computer prior to it being on Steam. If you catch what I mean, if you understand where I'm going with that. That's all I can say now because I don't want Nintendo to shoot me in the head. But yes, best game I ever played. One of my favorite games. Okami is so good. You haven't played it? It's on Steam. They're making a sequel eventually. They announced it, right? But it's on Steam. You should play it. You can trust me. It's a good game. Have you ever heard of this new album called Vanisher Horizonscape by artist called Quedeca? By the way, 10 out of 10 album. I haven't. I'm sorry. Why do these right-wing grifters never talk about Netflix's adolescents and avoid the show? Honestly, I keep getting this comment. I don't know. I'd have to say maybe because adolescence doesn't perpetuate any sort of agenda they're pushing. But I don't know. I know how they think, but I can't tell you confidently why they specifically avoided a show. I can only surmise based off of my observations that a show like Adolescence completely demolishes their talking points, so they just avoid it. Okay, I probably know you get this a lot. Favorite Halo game, favorite Dark Souls game? I've never gotten that question, like ever. No one has ever asked me what my favorite Halo game is or my favorite Dark Souls game. My favorite Halo game is Halo 3 because that online went fucking hard. And my favorite Dark Souls game is also Dark Souls 3 because I think Dark Souls 3 had the best bosses in the entire series. I also think that Dark Souls 3, I mean, just bigger is better. It's better in all ways. It didn't have any bullshit like the Bed of Chaos. Okay? Any game that doesn't have the Bed of Chaos is automatically better. It's the Bed of Chaos is such an 11th hour decision, right? Like, it's such like a, hey man, they've gone through the lost city of Islip and they've done all this shit and there has to be a capstone. We gotta put a boss in. We can't just have them go through this area. Oh, why don't we just have a fucking tree with roots that just fucking, you know, and you fall and shit. They didn't have like the boss of that area is mostly the run back to it than the actual boss. You guys have played Dark Souls, right? You know what I'm talking about. Like the Bed of Chaos sucks. Yes, it's an obstacle course. It's an obstacle course. It's it. Like it's an endurance test. It's not good. It sucks, and they knew it sucked, which is why even when you fall and you come back, it's like the only boss that doesn't regenerate health. Because they're just like, yeah, fuck it, kill him. We messed up. Just kill him. Just go. We promise the next fight be better. We'll just go. And this is, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Dark Souls 1 kind of fucking sucks when it comes to like boss fights. It does. The Capra Demon fight? Are you fucking kidding me? Those goddamn dogs in a tight environment and the camera angle just goes, fuck you? No. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, you get Slave Knight Gale. Granted, it's in DLC, but still part of Dark Souls 3. You also get Sister Freed. Like that's and the first Dark Souls one, see the Scaleless. That's also a bullshit fucking boss fight. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I'm having PTSD. Fuck Dark Souls 1 is what I'm saying, all right? Oh, you need the Lord Vessel. Get out of here. Dark Souls 2, I couldn't finish. Not because it was too hard, but I literally got soft locked at the well. And like the early, like after you get into like the like pirate ship and you go to like the island, you get in the wells and shit. I got like soft locked, and I was like, you know, fuck this. I'm just not doing it. I hope that answers your question. Ask her, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? I have 2 favorite flavors. Okay, and this may make me feel like I'm super fucking old. I think orange sherbet is so slept on, and people think like, oh, it's a banger flavor. Okay, it's not something you get every single day. And yes, saying the word sherbet does make me sound like I'm a man from the 1950s. But orange sherbet slaps. Okay, and then my second favorite ice cream flavor is cookies and cream. Because how do you beat that? How do you beat that? But the worst ice cream flavor by far is green mint chocolate chip. I will not be having a discussion on this. Green mint ice cream is a sin. It is a crime against humanity. And I will not be taking further questions on that. Thank you, respecting my time. Moving on to the next question. Herbert sherbet is base. See? Yes, sherbet's base. Orange sherbet fucking slaps. Are you into playing fighting games? I guess I kind of answered this already. Sometimes, but not like a lot. I'm not like a fighting game person. Like I haven't played Tekken or even newer Street Fighter. Although, Crimson Viper might make me want to come out of retirement. First console you've ever had, Sega Genesis. I owned the 16-bit Sega Genesis, my first console. And then my second console was a PlayStation. Then I got a PS2. Then I got a Nintendo 64. Mind you, I didn't have them concurrently. So like I'm going in chronological order. Like I had a PS2 first, then I had a 64. Then I went to Xbox 360. Then I went to I didn't have a PS3. I just borrowed my friend's PS3 so I could play certain games. And then I got a PS4. And I bought, when I could finally have money, so I bought an Xbox One. I bought the Xbox One Star Wars edition, actually. Star Wars edition. It was with the not Xbox One. I bought Xbox 360. The Star Wars edition with the Kinect. Yeah, I had this one. I had this one. I didn't have the controller though. I had this version. R2D2. I traded the Kinect part because I didn't have Kinect games. And then after Xbox 360, I could start buying my own games. So I bought my own shit. But that was my first console. Can you make a question here? Yeah. You make questions here. I'll answer questions. We're doing a Q&A. We can answer questions. What was the first PC game you ever played? If you ever played my first PC game. Okay, so technically, my first PC game was an emulator, but for not being like annoying like that, right? My first PC game was a game called Chex Quest that came out in like I think it was like 94. It was a Doom mod, but it was an official game from Chex. I think I've talked about this before. Like, yeah, Chex Quest came out in 96. Yes. So, you know, we're on YouTube. We're gonna YouTube Chex Quest. I want to show you what I played. Okay, this is my first. This was the game I played. This is my first PC game ever. I'm not lying. This is the first PC game I've ever played in my life. I'm being so serious.
Last week, a volcano exploded on planet Bezoik, launching particles of rock into space. One of these asteroids was captured by the squadron to our labs.
I was 6. You don't understand how awesome this was, okay?
These blobulars as proof of cellular life on other planets when we discovered that they actually contain eggs to an evil cereal-eating creature from another dimension.
And I wasn't even like.
Call them flemoids.
This was.
Flemoid eggs are exposed to nutritional.
Listen, you don't get it, okay?
Preposterous. We have a nutritional development center in the caverns of Bezoik.
Oh.
Fruit and vegetables.
Oh my God.
Any trouble?
General, 2 days ago we lost contact with Bezoik. We can only
Bezoik.
assume the Flemoids have taken over.
Oh my God.
Worse, we have found that
Listen,
conventional weapons
this was
store
deep storytelling for me, okay?
We
This was
need a
deep,
volunteer
involved
to
storytelling.
fly to the heavens of Bezoik and attempt a rescue of our citizens there.
That's ridiculous. What soldier would be fool enough to enter a cavern full of unstoppable flamoids from another dimension? By recalibrating the phase frequency of our Zorchers to match that of our transporters, we can send the flamoids back to their own dimension.
Yeah, so that was
We need a volunteer.
that was the big thing. You couldn't kill, so you just sent them back to the dimension.
From Czech Squadron, and I volunteer.
Listen, the 6-year-old me. No, they're not waffles. They're Chex Quest. They're Chex. It's a Chex box. You never had Chex before? They're like rice looking squares. Look at transition. And what's funny though is like there's been like a bunch of them. Like it's a whole series. It's a non-violent. It's on Steam, by the way. You asked if it's on Steam. You can buy it on Steam. Yes. And there's a whole bunch of them. There's Chex Quest 2, Chex Quest 3, and Chex Quest HD. Like there's a this is a franchise. This is a franchise that needs to come back. You want to talk about having your cake and eating it too? It's a non-violent Doom-like game published by General Mills. What other food company is doing it like they're doing it? No one. What was the question I was asked? Oh, my first console. Yeah. I remember my first game I played was some weird RPG for games that where you take control of an ant army and try to make your colony prosper. Water down. You know what? I was thinking. First off, Jalen, yes, there's a whole series of this, but I was thinking of doing a video just talking about like, which isn't an original concept at all, but just doing a video talking about like the kidified versions of series, like how there's like this is just kids Doom, because I think that's a good gateway into getting into games like Doom. Like I essentially played Doom without realizing it, because it's off the same engine. Like it looks and plays like a Doom game. Brutal Chex Quest. I didn't have that. KFC's visual novel. True. They did have visual novel, but it wasn't Doom, baby. How many games do I own, bro? At this point, including Steam and including like my Epic game, I probably own like almost 1,000 at this point. Well, I think my Steam library by itself. Oh, we're gonna play Dead Take today, by the way. But these are just the games I have installed. I have 36 games installed. I have 385 games, period. Just all on my Steam library. Not just Steam, not including my Xbox catalog. And then I probably have like, and I have a PS PS4 still. So yeah, I'm probably close to like maybe like 600 games. It's not 1,000, but still a lot. It's still a lot though. The Christian Doom, I think it's called Noah's Ark. Wait, what? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me the Christian version of Doom. Saints of Virtue. What? That's crazy. Is Doom a Christian friendly game? Doom is one of the most Christian games. What could be more Christian than going on a crusade and destroying everything that believes different than you? Oh, we're not having that conversation today. Am I single? Only the first 48 hours after I got a haircut. And I got my haircut yesterday. Yeah, no. I'm not single, obviously. I've mentioned my girlfriend a bunch of times. Let me go back and check the chat real quick, because someone did say they could ask me some questions here. I don't think I saw everything here. Better Chaos, Cookies and Creams, the golf course and Spy Fox. Hex Quest. Would I get a flat top? No. No, I would not get a flat top. By the way, there's some guy who's like obsessed with my hair. Like I got a lot of his comments. He was just talking like one of his comments was I'm in that video talking about am I clout chasing? He said your hair is clout chasing, that haircut's clout chasing for real. And I'm like, sometimes, sometimes I really hate being black on the internet because like I'm like, you guys are trying to use our like cultural lingo and you're doing it in a way that makes no sense. Like, bro, what do you mean my haircut's clout chasing? What are you talking about? What is the worst game you've ever played? X-Blade's recency bias is up there. X-Blades is really, really up there. So is the God. I'm old. I'm 35, so I always tell you guys I'm old. But there was a game that came out a long time ago on the Genesis. It was the Batman and like Robin or Batman Forever game, and it was dog shit. You couldn't even pause the game regularly. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like a Sega Genesis controller, but it's 3 buttons. It's left side directional pad, right side 3 buttons, ABC, and then a start on top. And most games, you put start, it stops it, it pauses it. For that game, it switches the inputs from punching to kicking. So like you couldn't even like just straight up pause the game. You had to do something convoluted to pause the game. But a game I personally hate with a passion, and I've mentioned this before, but I don't think this requires its own like video. It's a game called Vex. It's Vex with like 2 X's. It was in like one of the last Acclaim games they made before they went out of business, but I know Acclaim's recently coming back. It has one of the most insane difficulty spikes I've ever seen. Like the final boss, it's just goes like if the rest imagine playing fucking like an easy game. Imagine playing Mario, like Mario 64, right? And you're having your fun time, you're collecting your stars, you're going through, and then you go against Bowser, and then Bowser's like the unnamed king. Or sorry, the nameless king. That's the difficulty jump. It goes from playing Mario 64 to fighting the nameless king. And I'm not exaggerating. I think I've looked this up before. There are people on GameFAQs who are like, "What? How do you beat this final boss? Like, how do you beat this?" It is. I want to. Can I find it? Yeah, like Dark Yabu. Like, I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. This is from Virtual Bastion from 2019. Challenge mode: fighting Dark Yabu in Vex. Dark Yabu is the final boss of the game, and it was insane. Look at this part. The main obstacle in the second stage is the second stage of the battle when Yabu transforms into a giant spider thing. Not only has his ugliness increased tenfold, but he now possesses a small arsenal of attacks which take the utmost focus to avoid, as misreading the signals and reacting too slowly is all too common and a surefire way to get killed fast. After struggling through this battle playthrough after playthrough, I finally looked online for a way to make completing the game easier, and I'd like to share these methods below. I want to give a special thanks to Wishing Tikal, who wrote a very helpful guide for IGN. When facing against Yabu's weird spider form, it's vital for you to predict his moves so as to give yourself the best chance to react. It only takes you 3 hits to die. Three hits. Three hits.
Good day, everybody, and
Okay, that's too loud. Now, mind you, this game came out when I was in 2003. This game came out when I was like 13 years old. And Dark Yabu had been fucking people over Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Neo Seeker, March 3rd, 2003. Just wondering how to defeat Dark Yabu. I have 60 hearts, although I think there are like 81 hearts. Anyway, it's a really hard fight. He sends 10 shadow creeps after you, and then another 10. Then after he uses a beam, kind of like Hobbletrolls to stop you and drops fireballs on you. I haven't been close to hit him twice. If you collect all the hearts to get a special power that makes it easy to defeat him, the game is extremely difficult. I don't know. I tried it when I got to 60, but gave up. I haven't even tried to beat Yabu yet. You have to kill the shadow things totally. Actually, you have to kill the shadow things and totally ignore Yabu for a while. Eventually, he will come and try to attack you. Please help with this 4th and 5th hearts in Temperdale. But like, motherfuckers were like, how do you beat this guy? Like, has anyone beaten this yet? This is why I was stuck at too. He gets his life and legs and life meter. Am I missing something? I tried Talon Blast, but no effect. I tried hitting him also. It had no effect. Help, thanks. Never mind. I beat the game. Finally, it was a long process. Could someone tell me how to beat like like it was fucking and this doesn't do it justice, you guys. Like, this shit was insane. People were struggling. Yeah. I am selling him short by saying a nameless king. Because the nameless king gave you a fucking chance. Like, people were losing their minds over this guy. Because Vex isn't exactly like the easiest game, but the rest of the game was doable. We all made it to the end. Everyone got to the end, and then they got hearts checked. Absolutely worse than Jacko Snipers. Absolutely worse. This would be like if you were playing Halo, and then suddenly someone activated a skull. Like, does that give you a level of like comprehension now? Like, it's like playing Halo, and then suddenly the AI activated a skull without your knowing. That's what the game was like. And it wasn't even like it's like a dark Mario 64 type of environmental inspired game. So like you did more combat. It was still explorations, pretty big open levels. Lots of exploration, because you heard them talk about hearts. This thing called shadow hearts that you would collect. And I think you got all of them and give like a special power or whatever. I think I got like 50 of them. But, and again, this is 2003. So this is a PS2 game. And I'm playing it at 13 years old. Yeah, iron on. But yeah, like, this game, without question, this is one of the games where I couldn't beat it. I was just like, I'm moving on. I am moving on. At that point, I had beaten pretty much every game I played besides the OG Lion King on the Genesis. I couldn't get past the Hakuna Matata part with the logs, but I did eventually when I was 20. But I got past it eventually. But yeah, that was like, again, you just saw threads like Dark Yabu. How did I beat Dark Yabu? How did I beat him? And these threads were coming up, like the game came out in like, I think it said like 2003, like in like April, or like no, like in like January, and people were on March like, hey, how do you do this shit? How do you actually kill this guy? How do you actually finish beating the game and have fun? Because I'm not having fun. But yeah, that was my experiences. Like I could not, like and I watched YouTube videos after. The game is called Vex with 2 X's. You can't buy it anywhere, but you can't buy it because it's owned by a company that went out of business. I mean, I guess you could buy it like if you have the original like consoles, maybe, but like you can't digitally own it. God damn, that game fucking ruined me. Like, and people talk about how games are too easy nowadays. I'm like, listen, I much prefer games being easier than fucking games like that bullshit. Like, one thing I hate in games is artificial difficulty. I hate it so fucking much. I hate when they're like, hey, this boss, this fight, that should only take you like 10 seconds. We're going to stretch this bitch out because we're going to make them immune to everything you have besides this like one special attack. Or we're going to make their attack window so incredibly small and we're going to throw so many ads at you. Like, that's why I don't like playing like Destiny. Like, I hate that shit. I hate ads. I hate ads so much. Like, I want a boss fight with just me and the boss. I really went through all of your cronies to get to you. Why are they now just suddenly here? Like, nah. And I get it, right? Because the structure of a boss fight works best when it's like somewhat of a puzzle. But when the puzzle is always shoot, boss becomes invulnerable. Here's some ads to replenish your ammo and health or whatever, yada yada. Okay, now boss is back. Shoot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get that. But like, to me, like, okay, the problem I have with Destiny, honestly, it comes from a conceptual level where I don't think it needed to be a first person shooting game. Because your abilities aren't necessarily dependent from a story standpoint on you having a gun. You are like a fucking you've stepped into the void. You're a hunter. You're a titan. You have a shield and you have a protection, all that stuff too. And you get your power from the light, from the guardian, right? All this stuff. And then it's like, oh, you need special heavy ammo. You use your weapons from the light, and it's like, hey man, I can shoot a fucking black hole at this person. I can, turn my weapon to a special weapon that one shot kills you. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm a big guardian guy. I have a shield. I'm big and powerful and strong. And then it's like, yeah, but you're all going to use guns because this is a first person shooter game. And we have to find a way for you to charge your abilities. And I'm like, why can't I just use my abilities? You know what I mean? Like, and maybe that's why I'm not a fucking game director or game creator. Because I'd be like, why don't we just have them use their cool powers and not have to use a gun all the goddamn time, and then worry about weapon balancing and whatnot, and just balance the classes instead of the weapons, and then just have like maybe a recharge on the abilities, or maybe have the abilities have their own special ammo, right? That only they have access to. Maybe they have to hop around the map and find stuff, or I don't know, man. But it's just like I just hated that from a conceptual level. Then you got into in Master Ninja mode, the boss is extra goons to fight because Itagaki's a genius. Well, at least in those games, it is more about reflex and skill. So like having multiple enemies makes more sense. But I'm talking mostly like you're playing Halo, whatever, you're playing Destiny, and you get into the boss's room and you've just gone through like 30 waves of these guys. And they just give you wave-based enemies. Like, that sucks, dude. Like, I know the structure of boss fights are hard to keep people engaged, but there are games that have mastered boss fights because it's like, it shouldn't be, to me, a boss fight should be like essentially a skill check. Whereas like, oh, hey, look, we have introduced the deflection mechanic. So this upcoming boss, we deflect heavy. And then bosses afterwards might incorporate deflection, but they won't be as heavy. But when they do bosses where it's just like again, my least favorite boss, I'm an RPG guy at heart. My least favorite, especially like JRPGs, my least favorite kind of boss are bosses with immunities. Like, worse than the bosses who send out just random enemies are the bosses who are just like, I'm immune to this, by the way. It's like, oh, you have a sword that's like 500 damage a hit, cool. I'm immune to slashing attacks. No other enemy has been immune to that, so they couldn't prepare you for having characters who were immune to that, but I'm immune to that. So now you have to use your weaker ability you never leveled up because I'm only weak to that now. And maybe we should have done a better job of telling you to be more well-rounded because there are bosses or characters that are immune to certain things, but we're going to tell you now. And you know what? Maybe I am thinking about Final Fantasy X International Version with the Dark Aeons. Maybe I've never let that go. Yeah, but Elden Ring, like, the immunity shit is never like, it's usually like, you can't like fucking poison them or whatever, but they're not immune to my unga bunga. There's no Elden Ring boss that's immune to getting fucking slashed with a sword. None. Trust me. Trust me. I play Elden Ring, I play Dark Souls on hard mode because I never use miracles or whatever they want to call it, like magic essentially. I've never used them. I have never used a fucking spell in the Dark Souls game, in the From Souls game. Just never, not once. And it's not because I'm just so much better. It's because, again, I turn this shit off. And people talk about optimal builds, strength build. That's it. That is the most optimal build. The Abyss Priest. Yeah, okay, I will say that. I will say it is kind of also lazy when developers are like, oh, well, this is a fucking a bunch of regular enemies just put together. Because like the Abyss Watchers and Darks. Damn, man. I will say though, the Abyss Watchers had a cool design at least. I will say this. Dark Souls 3 is my favorite. I will say they had a cool design. But yeah, it is kind of bullshit to just be like, yeah, let me just throw regular enemies here. or what Elden Ring did it a lot, where it was just, here's a normal mid boss enemy. Like we'll make them boss at a random like Everjail or whatever, or a random catacomb, and now they're just enemies. Hello, Bearing Hunter. Glass cannon. Dude, I don't. And here's my thing too, right? I think you have to go glass cannon in Soulsborne games simply because there is no there's no real build that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna die in like 10 hits instead of like 5 hits, right? It's like, oh, you have higher defense, cool. You die in 4 hits instead of 3. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, just do as much damage as you can. Because it's not like an actual like MMO where it's like, here's my tank ability and I can reduce damage by like 20%, whatever. Nah, but poise that shit's only good for fucking like PvP. Like it's not the stat that it's like, oh yeah, you, because things too is poise only lets you about to power through attacks. It doesn't negate like, oh, you're taking 80% less damage. It's just you literally can't. You're not being interrupted while you're attacking. And I if I'm wrong, yeah, Dark Souls 1 armor is insane, but like the rest of the series don't do that. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I'm pretty confident that like poise just lets you, for the most part, power through attacks. So you're still getting hit. It's just you're allowed to hit while you're getting hit, as opposed to getting stun locked easily. Like I know Elder Rig, what the fuck is her name? Oh my god, why am I blanking so hard? Millennia. She has like no fucking poise. Yeah, but the bubble tears isn't tied to a build, right? It's your Estus flex. Yeah, you can't take Millennia, but Millennia has no poise. So you can just stun lock her. Which is what a bunch of people started doing. Like, hell, if I did that with my Mimic here, we just unlocked her into phase 2. Like we just jumped her into phase 2 because she had no poise. But like, she still fucking murdered us, right? So just do more damage is what I would say. Quote me on that. Just do more damage. Forget the context. Just do more damage. Yeah, most enemies don't give a shit about poise because most enemies also in those games jump you. It's Jujutsu Kaisen rules. You almost never go one-on-one unless it's a boss, and even then, they might have a second phase. You know, the boss might have a second phase where a fucking another person comes in and takes over. You know what I mean? So you're not even guaranteed that. And again, maybe I'm thinking of Sister Freed, but you don't really shoot the fair ones in these games. So why should I be fair? All right, you guys, let's somewhat hard pivot to a different talking point before this just becomes a actually Dark Souls kind of blows through. I bookmarked some things and I want to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about is racism. You guys, I think racism is bad, but I want to talk about this from Screen Time. It's the One Piece. They're showing the live action of. Is this a spoiler? Listen, if you don't know that Vivi is whatever, this is Vivi, okay? And people are mad because in the anime she looks like this, and the live action she's a dark-skinned Indian woman, and people are like, she's not black, she's not black, she's not black, and it's like, well, she's not black, she's Indian. This isn't exactly the name of a black person up here. She's Indian, like from India, and people are like, oh look, a race swap. Oh look, a race swap. Also, it's not shocking they do this. Luffy in the anime looks white, yet Oda says he's Somalian. He didn't say he was Somalian. He said Luffy be Brazilian. What are you talking about? And it's just like, it's insane. Hey, Netflix, how about we swap all black female characters into white women, but that's racism, right? Like, it's insane to me that people are this fucking stupid. Because first off, this isn't a Netflix thing. This is Oda, the creator of One Piece. Like the literal creator of the entire series that this is adapting is part of the process here. Like fully integrated into the process. Like he is there for the castings. When they picked Luffy, he was there to pick him. Anaki's his guy. Everyone who gets cast in these major roles are picked because Oda said, yes, they, they get the character across. And also, this is something, while Oda hasn't said, but this is also something that people tend to forget too. A lot of the times when these works get adapted, they get adapted generations sometimes later, right? One Piece came out in like 96. It's 2025. Maybe when Oda was doing Alabasta, he wasn't really thinking about the ethnicity of characters because he just wanted to tell a story. But now he's like, you know what? Yeah, for this adaptation, it would make sense for someone who lives in the fucking desert to have darker skin. Because ultimately, this does not change the character. When people get so mad about like race swaps, I'm like, I'm going to be as honest with you as possible. If the character is either white or presents as white, it almost never matters to the character if their race changes. Because most characters who, again, are white, are presented as white, their whiteness isn't attached to their character. There's nothing there. There's no story there. Right? That's why they say white's the default, because it's just whatever. He's just some guy. Like, let's take Batman for example. If Bruce Wayne was white, or let's say Asian, Hispanic, whatever, any other besides white, what does that change about his character? What about Batman's whiteness is central to his character? What's central to his character is he's rich and his parents got fucking murdered in front of him in Crime Alley. That's what's central to at least his character from an origin standpoint. And you could talk about how he's brooding, he's paranoid, he's intelligent, all those things too. But none of those things are inherent to being white. Whereas a character like Black Panther or Luke Cage, their blackness is very central to their character. Luke Cage goes through life as a black man. He was, treated unfairly as a black man. Black Panther comes from a place in Africa that was never colonized. So he would have to be black. Right? Shang-Chi has to be Asian. But like Danny Rand doesn't. Felicia Hardy can be any ethnicity. Spider-Man, they've proven it multiple times, can be any ethnicity, right? But like Blue Marvel can't. Because the story told about Blue Marvel was him hiding his face because he was black. Captain America, ironically, probably is the one that has to kind of be white, at least the Steve Rogers version. But like Isaiah Bradley has to be black because of the story they're telling and the story that's told through that character because of what that character is. Vivi being Indian changes nothing about her character, Alabasta. At fucking all. At fucking all. So to be like upset about that is insane. Let's see the problem with the cast was when the burn point out. Not because it's a particular the arc or adapting based off many different. Yeah. So like if you're not familiar with One Piece, I should probably start without that. My bad. If you're not familiar with One Piece, there's an arc in One Piece called the Alabasta arc. Luffy and his company, they are traveling and they met this place. It's a desert. It's like a giant desert continent. It's like a mixture of like a lot of Middle Eastern and like Egyptian culture, right? So that was like the setting for it. So like here. But I don't know if you can see like some of the images here, but like you see how they're dressed, right? It's like it's very desert, Middle Eastern inspired. Look at the buildings, are very like Middle Eastern inspired structures. Again, desert, desert, desert. Even the clothing inspired by the lots of cultures right there from the Middle East and then just desert regions. So it makes sense. The fucking camel. Some of the backgrounds have like straight up fucking pyramids in them. Like that's how Alabasta look. Here's a fucking pyramid back there. Like it's very obviously inspired by Egyptian culture, but also not just Egyptian, like just Middle Eastern culture in general. So people complaining about this, I always have to ask, like, are you only attached to a character because they're white? Because like I said, unless the character is like a white supremacist, which though, yes, the ideology can present itself in any ethnicity, like that wouldn't make him like central to the character. Vivi's thing is not she's a white woman who needs help, right? That's not her thing at all. And the funny thing to me, I'm like, if you're like a real One Piece fan, then you know that Oda was a part of this. So if he has no problem with it, why do you? And of course, let me make sure I do this properly, because one of these people who had a problem with this, let me see. Of course. Tectone. The character isn't black. I don't think Tectone knows dick about One Piece. I'm being completely honest. But he's mad about this. Is he upset that Inaki is also Luffy? Like, is he mad about that? Is he mad that Sanji isn't played by a Frenchman? Is he upset that the Arlong pirates weren't played by actual fish people? Like, and this adds nothing of substance. The character isn't black. Okay. I guess go be mad at Oda for allowing this casting. Like, it's always like the usual suspects, just fucking stupidity. And of course, there's a chance to be racist. He's gonna jump on that. Like, he's absolutely gonna jump on that because of course he is. He's a piece of shit. Please throw away Hollywood at this point. And it's, God, these people are such losers. And she's fucking, God, she's so beautiful. But it's like, they can't help themselves, but it'll be hilarious seeing Luffy punching out Shaween. I know the comments are already like before reading them. I mean, of course. Like, and it's just like another race up. Again, I'm just like, it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Can she mimic these emotions? Probably. That's why they fucking hired her. Look how gorgeous she is. And they're just like, and the funniest thing too is these people are so racist. They just see dark skin and go, well, she's black. And we don't like that. She's black. Why is she black? She's not even black. Look at her fucking name. They're like, she's the black character. We don't like that actually. We saw black and our brain went beeper. And she's so fucking gorgeous. Like it's insane. Like, it's the same people who are like, Hollywood doesn't let hot women be in movies and video games anymore. And then when they get a fucking baddie, every time, without fail, it's, well, she looks too masculine. Tati Gabriel bald? That's a man. What's her name? Chaitra? Well, she's black. Like, oh. That's why I said in my last video when I was talking about what do they want, I'm like, they never know what they want. They'll say some shit like, characters aren't allowed to be hot and sexy. They give you a hot, sexy character. Yeah, but she's dark skinned. We only like hot, sexy white people. And then they'll be like, okay, TV shows, we're tired of race swapping. They're disrespecting the author's intent. Well, the author actually was part of the casting process and specifically chose these people. Well, it's Netflix's fault. Like, it's the same shit when I was talking about Stellar Blade and how like the quote unquote censorship was just shift up saying, hey, you know what? We think this particular outfit would look better this way. And then every other outfit, you can see Eve's nipples and fucking vagina if you move the camera 2 degrees to the right. And they're like, nope, it's censorship. And they only did it because Sony forced them. And it's like, you guys are like, you know that question I got asked? And if I were thinking about quitting this channel, my answer is still no. But damn, does it feel like a lot of the progress I think I'm making just goes out the fucking window. Because you see shit like this. Like, it's... Anyways, let's talk about a Nazi now. So, I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, I did delve into the VTuber space, right? And the shit that I found, I did a video on Kirsha and all other stuff, right? And I was like, okay, these guys are fucking weird. Not all VTubers, mind you. Like, the people I look into, because I always look into the weird people, are fucking weird. Do you remember
Seen out here.
this person?
Very nice. Genghis Khan, yeah.
Do you remember when I did this video? I'll talk about this person right here, right?
Genghis Khan, yep. It's about China, yeah. Holy crap, these are the Negroes I've seen out here.
You remember that? And I said that this person couldn't even commit to the bit of being racist. They have the SS uniform on. They can't even say the N word. They're like Negroes, the Negroist Negro. Holy crap. And they sound like they weren't trying to wake up their like parents next door or whatever. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse. Okay, let me back up, and let me set the stage for a second. So, yeah, first off, I feel like my camera's moving too far over. Okay, so there was a VTubing group called VTards, which already is bad, stupid, right? But this VTubing group was supposed to be like the edgy, cool people who aren't politically correct, and they're called VTards. You know, like the R word, but they're for VTards, right? And I was like, oh man, this is going to crash and burn, because I don't think these people realize how overwhelmingly unlikable and unpopular their ideology is. And they're all babies, right? So yes, their group broke up within weeks of forming because of infighting and whatever. But I want to talk about specifically about this Nazi Hatsune Miku ripoff, because it is a dude using a voice changer to pretend to be a girl online, and they're transphobic, and it is the chef's kiss of projection. I said the same shit about Rev Says Des. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you. Are you saying that Concord lasted longer than a group? Yes, you guys. Concord had more staying power than VTards. And the best part about this is, and I said this with my Rev Says Des video, and I think I was just right? They have no issue with grown men pretending, or at least presenting as, young female VTube avatars and talking about whatever. They have no problem with that. They have no problem with a cis man. Rev, for example, is a cis man who is married to a woman, right? A heterosexual cis man. But their avatar is a fucking teenage-looking demon girl, and they're okay with that. There's no questioning here. But someone like Nara, who is Naira, God, I hate saying that. But someone like Naira, who is a trans woman, who also has a female VTuber model, they irrationally hate. This guy, actual man, not me being transphobic, an actual man who is in fact transphobic, parades himself as a girl, a young girl, using a fucking voice changer to try to trick people. And they're just like, that's fine. And then eventually they had to apologize. I'm sorry I lied about my real gender. I was committed to the bit. I love Miku as much as you do, and I am a fan right alongside with you all. It is so insane to me. And of course they have George Floyd here, because why not, right? But it is so insane to me that their audiences are just so fucking stupid and so fucking brain rotted that they can tell them, hey, I was lying to you. The only reason why you even fucking followed me is because you thought I was a Nazi girl who was super transphobic. And I tricked you. I lied to you to profit off of that. And then I only came clean because I was getting pressured or got found out. And they're just like, Nah, dude, based. Two people like, I don't like them, but everyone's like, yeah, based. For trans, like, I don't even know what that's for. And then, and then, and then, oh no, I'll show you his face. I'll show you his face. Don't worry. But this part right here.
Fucking, I'm German. I am German. And I actually have my fucking DNA test here, so let me pull that shit up. Where was it? Let me transition here. You know, I really shouldn't have to prove this, but I'm not fucking Jewish. Like, why would I be talking about Jewish and doing Nazi stuff? I mean, I guess I could see how that might be a Jewish tactic or whatever, but I'm not fucking Jewish. So this is my DNA. And
So here's my DNA. Like, it's like, bro, you have bigger issues, and you're like, hey, I'm not Jewish. Why would I be Jewish doing Nazi stuff? Here's my 23andMe to say that I am in fact German. Okay. Hey, you're still pretending to be a girl on the internet. Like it just, to me, it's like, how are you transphobic as fuck? But you're like, no, when I make money, I pretend to be a girl on the internet with a voice changer. But I hate it when men pretend to be women in women's spaces, yet I'm doing a VTuber group with a bunch of women, and I am pretending to be that said man in their spaces. Like, it's just like the logic doesn't exist with them. And then the best part is they deleted their account. They deleted their account, and then they got rid of their they deleted their stuff on fucking Rumble. Like like it's such a beautiful story. It's such a beautiful story. I love it so much. I always get a sense of Schadenfreude. Get it? Because he's German. I also get like such a strong sense of Schadenfreude because these people, and I was talking to Alyssa about this, these people are such unbelievable losers. And God, I wish there was a stronger word I could use than losers, but losers just encapsulates it so perfectly. You are so miserable. You are such miserable people that you go to this length, and then you're living a life that by your own standards you would consider to be degeneracy. Again, they hate people like Naira. They hate people like Anna Valens and all that stuff because they believe that they're just mentally ill men who are groomers and yada 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 yada. And again, you guys know who I am, but just in case my first time seeing me, I don't believe that shit. I don't tolerate transphobia at fucking all. But those guys are transphobes. And yet, what do they do every day? They get on the computer, dress up as women, some of them even using a fucking voice changer, and then they try to get simps for money. And it's like, how do you not understand how fucking pathetic and miserable you are? You're gonna attack a trans woman for living their true selves, yet here you are lying and pretending to be something that you're not. And then when you get caught, you immediately hit the bitch button. You immediately hit the, oh, no, I was just committed to the bit, you guys. No, don't go. No, I was just, it's hard. It's this, it's that. And I'm like, pussies. I have so much respect for trans people because they live their truth, knowing full well there's a whole world of hurt waiting for them. And they still want to do that shit because that's who they are as people. I respect the fuck out of that. I have zero respect for transphobes, especially those that would engage in the same behavior they are accusing others of. Like, it's so insane. And then people are just like, but that's based. What is so based about being afraid of other groups of people? Like, that's why when you guys see me talking about shit where I'm like ranting about how people get so mad when there's not like hot characters and there's too much woke and gay shit. I'm like, how are you trying to promote yourself as I'm a masculine man? I'm Andy Pants. I have a beard that kind of sucks, and I'm a masculine man in my 40s complaining about how games are a little too gay because I saw a rainbow in one of them. Like, how does that sentence come out of your mouth? And then people are like, yeah, but he's right. That's when real games were sorry, my neck hurts. I'm trying to fix it. Well, like, yeah, gaming back then was for real men. And these trans people are ruining everything. And it's like you're just scared because you think some of them are hot, and now you're thinking you're wondering if you're gay. Right? That's always what it comes down to. It is their own sexuality is being questioned by themselves, and they hate that, so they want to take it on trans people. And I'm like, bro, if they're hot, they're hot. I don't know why you have to make it a big deal, but they do that. And then you see them making entire fucking groups that the whole thing that they were united on is hate. And I promise you, and I've said this before, you guys know I've said this before, if you're only coming together through hatred, it will not last. It will not. Remember when I said that about all those grifters who were like, we're going to come and we're going to all dump on Alyssa more content. We're going to hate her and we're going to hate on this woke shit. And then every time they hang out, it's just to talk about shit that they hate. Look at the majority of them now. Like the ones who are already big are fine, but like a lot of them are fucking struggling because that doesn't build community. This VTAR group came together because they wanted to ride the coattails of the outrage culture of we're going to say and do whatever we want and we're not PC and yada yada. Couldn't even last fucking 3 weeks. You got outdone by Concord. Like, Concord had a bigger impact. And you're telling me that, like, yeah, you got outlived by Concord. And it's like, of course you did. Because you have nothing connecting you. You have no community. You just have people. It's like that one white woman who called a little black boy a slur, and then she got like $500,000. It's like, yeah, but she doesn't have a community. Like, that was a one-time thing. These people aren't being supported anymore because what they wanted to do was that flash in the pan support of like, yeah, you said the real truth, you're based, and then there's no continuous support because how can you engage in that continuously? Like, how can you keep the hate train going? People get tired of hating, at least actively, and so they might like your tweet, right? Concord funded Luke Stevens. Oh man, I used to watch Luke Stevens, and I was like, I don't think I'll actually like this. But like, it's just all of this is. That's why I love the VTAR thing so much because it's all just indicative of the shit I've been saying and other people have been saying. If you're not building a community, then all you're doing is trying to catch trends, right? You're just trying to blow up, and sure, you might get like 100,000 views on something. But it's like, what commune are you building? Because you just caught onto a trend. People aren't watching you organically, right? It's just like you're saying a bunch of hateful shit and they're like, hell yeah. But they're not gonna fucking follow you. Can I ask, are you looking forward to playing Grand Theft Auto 6? Honestly, no, not really. I think I'm one of the few people in the world who are not overly hyped to play Grand Theft Auto 6 because I just feel like it's, from a technical standpoint, I think the Grand Theft Auto series always does amazing shit. Like each iteration, they make some crazy technological achievement. But as far as like the game goes, it's like, what? I'm playing as a criminal, right? Playing as a criminal again. I'm gonna fuck shit up in the city, and then probably get betrayed by somebody. Like, is that what's gonna happen? Like, let's be real. How many people talk about Grand Theft Auto in terms of like stories? I think from the story standpoint, the best one's probably GTA 4. But like the whole appeal for Grand Theft Auto right now is going to be the online portion, but also the whole appeal for Grand Theft Auto is chaos. No one really dives into like the story of it, right? There might be a couple of missions that are memorable, but like because there's like so much random shit that happens in Grand Theft Auto, it's not a game that like if I don't play it when it comes out, it's gonna get ruined or spoiled for me. You can't spoil a Grand Theft Auto game because no one plays Grand Theft Auto for the story. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, it doesn't. It's not like not. I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad game. It's gonna, of course, it's gonna probably sell record in like the first 24 hours. It's gonna be their next moneymaker for like a billion years. But I don't see that as a, oh man, I can't wait to play it. It's just like, yeah, I played him, I like him, but like I haven't touched GTA 5 in fucking years. Yeah, but like Red Dead Redemption is way more story focused than Grand Theft Auto. Because Red Dead Redemption has a way smaller cast. So it's a much more focused character story. Whereas GTA is just like, let's talk about GTA 5 for a second, right? What's the story in GTA 5? What's the story in GTA 5, huh? Michael was a former bank robber with Trevor. He gets out, moves to Los Santos, and then gets dragged back into the lifestyle, and then works for the FIB for a bit, and then gets betrayed by the FIB because of course he was. And then he goes again, and that's it. And then what's Franklin's story? Franklin needs money. Franklin needs money. So he just already starts doing illegal shit. Okay. Not much of a, like I said, like there's not much hooks in, from a story standpoint, there's not like really a hook for that. Right? At least GTA 4, Nico was trying to get away from it all. But because he came to the country like illegally, smuggled in basically, he couldn't do official work, right? But like as far as like what hooks me in a Grand Theft Auto game, it's never been the story. Never been. It's always been the satire for me. It's always been the holding of the mirror. What kind of crazy shit they're gonna say or do in this game? What kind of insane side characters I'm gonna run into, stuff like that. And I think that's mostly by design. Because I mean, it's an open world game. Not many open worlds are really story focused. So when you get like a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, right? You have a game that, while open world, is so much more focused on Arthur Morgan and his connections to people that you have to have a good story. Like think of like Michael's character arc versus Arthur Morgan's, right? Michael's character arc is essentially non-existent, right? Because he's kind of like already completed his character arc by going into retirement and no longer doing crime shit, even though he gets back into it. But he's not like an interesting character either. I think a lot of what Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to rely on, he's more, if we're being more general, more spectacle than substance. Like, look at all this crazy shit you can do. Yeah, I know the Grand Theft Auto series is not from America, but it's always based on American culture because we're easy to parody because we are, in a sense, like that. I know how the rest of the world looks at Americans, trust me. As someone who is a child of immigrants, I know how the rest of the world looks at America. Not great. Rockstar games feel like tech demos more than games to me. The only game that I ever felt like was a tech demo was that ping pong game they put out a while ago. Shut off their engine. But the rest of the games, I'm like, again, I appreciate the artistry in the Grand Theft Auto games. Like I really do. Like I would say Grand Theft Auto or Rockstar really, I think they understand like where the future lies. Because while again, Red Dead Redemption looks amazing, right? Especially on PC. It's a fucking beast of a game. They know the future is not graphics. It's compute. It's CPU. They do things more CPU bound than GPU bound, right? Like they have more people out. They have interactivity things happening outside of you, right? Like in Red Dead Redemption 2, it was more like about wildlife and like they're just existing. And people were even able to sit down and look at NPCs eating food from start to finish. That's not a GPU thing, that's CPU. Like they are really, really, really ahead in that regard. Because Grand Theft Auto 5 looks good, but it's not like The Witcher level, right? It's not like Cyberpunk level. But because those games are doing Grand Theft Auto games are doing way more under the hood from the CPU, it's amazing it even looks as good as it does and runs as well as it does. Yeah, I think that's a good delineation between like immersion and Cyberpunk 2077 main story was ass. I can't say that. I can't say that. I love a good like Cyberpunk story. I know what I'm getting into with that. I can't say that. I think the story was really good actually. Maybe some of the missions weren't the best, but like as far as story goes, I think it's pretty good. You want a GTA game in China? You should play Sleeping Dogs. Like I'm not even kidding. You should play Sleeping Dogs. That is exactly what you want. Also, I'm getting a lot of I think VTubers starting to follow me online and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys want to follow me. I'm not really a VTuber, but I find VTubing to be so interesting though. And you know what else I find interesting? I find G Fuel. G Fuel and Gamer Subs to me are some of the most like interesting companies to me because it's just energy, right? Like it's just energy drinks. Like it's just energy drinks. But Gamer Subs more so than like look at this shit. I know I'm hard pivoting, but that's how we do here. We hard pivot. Like you look at like this shit, like it's like okay. You have like emotional damage, guacamole, gamer fart 9000, incel tears, biohole blast, lean 100, dragon fruit, brand risk, and it's like copium, tricky weed now nectar, sweet 6 packs, and it's just like do people actually buy Gamer Sub stuff? And listen, I watch creators who are sponsored by them. Like I watch Solid JJ, he's sponsored by Gamer Subs, right? I'm not trying to fuck up anyone's bag, but do people actually like? I mean, I guess they have to buy if they're still in business. But I just think it's so insane to do like this kind of marketing because it's like, are we going back to like the 90s versions of gamers where it's like gamers can't have regular shit, you have to gamify it. You got to do the like you got to do the Mountain Dew Code Red. Like was that what we're doing here? Raw meat, waifu cups, anime girl thigh, Cinder Pyre. Isn't Cinder like canceled now or something? Chug juice, GG. Queso nuclear bombsicles. Isn't a bombsicle already of another flavor? Like, isn't that already a different flavor? And then it's just lemonade. Just lemonade. Oh man, especially because like I've been noticing a bunch of these newer companies coming up that are like owned by like a random content creator or just like a streamer or whatever. And I'm just like, what are you actually what are we doing now? Fuck it. Let me go to the website. Let me go to the Gamer Subs website. Let me actually go to Gamer Subs. Like, what is Gamer Subs actually? Bow pre-order. V card? They do fucking cards? Pre-sale ended. V card playmat. A $40 mat are playmats that expensive? V card booster bot. What the fuck is V card their thing? Oh, now I got look. What the fuck is V card? V card trading card. What? What? What the fuck? Meet the stars. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. There's wait, I thought this was for VTubers. Sea Dog and Baby No Money on VTubers. So it's just virtual versions. Queso? Cyanide and Happiness, like the fucking cartoon? I am what? J Schlatt. Critical? What the fuck is going on? Am I the last person to know this shit? What legitimately, what's happening? Like, but is it like, okay, let me click on fucking, I guess, critical. Like, is it like a, okay, but like, play V card. So they're making their own card based game. Neanners has a fucking card. Oh my god, what is happening? What the? So this has got to be part of the gamer stuff shit then, right? Because it's not like a collaboration with them. They're like, this is Contact. Who owns this? Who owns the card? Tease. Okay, so it is Gamer Subs. What the what? Wait a minute. I thought you guys just did energy drinks. They had a Jujutsu Kaisen collab? Opera GX JoJo Bizarre Adventure? Yo, what the am I just I'm the slow one, I guess. I've only heard of gamer subs like this year. They had a JJK. Oh, it's sold out. So you can't even like. You can't even buy it. I feel curses surging through my very being with every sip. That's not how curse energy works, man. It's so good, I'm ready to jump through buildings and demolish city blocks to fight monsters. Hey, man, I don't think you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen. Because that's not how any of that shit works. It's a pretty good, love it to go with breakfast. Delicious, good flavor, and surprisingly close to the actual thing. What? What do you mean the actual thing, James? Hey, James, that's cursed energy. That's cursed energy. What do you mean the actual thing, James? James, I please don't tell me curse energy is real. I cannot live in that universe. I cannot live in a world where curse energy is real. I am so confused. I legitimately thought this was just a small brand by create. I didn't know how to fucking JJK collab and Darling in the Franks, but that came out way after. Right? This came out way after Darling in the Franks, which is probably why no one's buying it. Well, Hollow Live resale. Oh, so they don't just sell shit like continuously. These things are like what, made to order? Ships 12 to 16 weeks. Reversible bomber for $100? I mean, for these prices, I hope the material is local. I hope they've gone through like waifu shirt, reverse cowgirl, gaming sleeves. Oh, I'm not paying $35 for a Stonewall shirt. That's just no. Bro, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I think like gamer based fashion is such dog shit, man. It really is. Like all of this is just like, it's just like, I guess like hot anime characters, but then like, where's the actual drip to it? Like this is just a fucking black t-shirt. And mind you, I'm not hating on the creators. This is not me hating on Bao or anything like that. But I'm saying, but like, it's just a black shirt. It's like a screen print tee. Like, where's the actual like drip? Like, where's the drip with that? Like, this is kind of fine, I guess. The pants, but like, it's like a black tee, black tee, black tee, black tee, black and white tee. But at least it has some kind of style to it. Like, this is fucking cool. This is actually kind of cool. That's kind of cool. This jacket's kind of cool too, but everything else is like, it's just a black t-shirt with like a VTuber on it. Wait, they do more than energy? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This stream probably just me going like, what the fuck the entire time, but what the fuck? Doggy style GG buff pup. I think what it is for me, honestly. Oh shit, JoJo's. I think what it is for me, honestly, though, it's like this. I understand, like the covers and the title, right? Lemonade, pineapple cocktail, whatever, sour apple. But like, doggy style by Buff Pup, it's like it's still just energy drink, right? Like, there's not many different flavors of energy drinks you can have. Take this from someone who takes a lot of this stuff. It's like lemonade, strawberry, apple, watermelon, like chocolate, vanilla. Like, there's not that many flavors. So like, JoJo's Ocean Stone Fruit. Well, this is JoJo. This is Stone Ocean, the arc. JoJo's Ocean Stone Fruit. What is JoJo's Stone Ocean? Stone Fruit? I think I'm getting too lost in the weeds here. The V cards threw me off. I'm not gonna fucking front. But holy shit, dude! I did not know. I did not know they were moving like that, man. No wonder people get so mad about like losing their sponsorship with these guys. They fucking have like a whole V card system going, and Gamerfart 9000. But again, like, and I understand that it's for like the creator's audience, right? But isn't it kind of weird that we're still doing the whole like, this is anime thigh water 3000? It's just like maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm the unfun. Maybe I'm a little too woke here. But I feel like, why are we doing this? Like, just have your fucking product, but don't be like, we butt blaster 9000. Like, are you aiming for like 11-year-olds? Like, what is your? Maybe that's their audience though. Like, legitimately, maybe the audience is children. And if that's the case, then I am completely at fault for making these assumptions. But like, if it's not particularly children, why are we labeling it like this? Like, what do we? Like, I guess my real question is, who is the target audience for gamer stuff as a whole? Because like, each creator has a wildly different audience, right? Like, some of these people I believe are NSFW, like VTube people. And then another one is just like moist critical. I don't know, man. Maybe I am just a big old wokey who is not fun and is, what else would they say? Is, jealous and wishes that he had his own gamer sub. Yeah, I think that covers all like the potential comments people would say about me. Hypey 5K. Thank you. TTBN card game. My card game would just be my face, and then it would have the title, the description would just read, is able to rip apart any other character in any card game. Like, you could use me in other card games. Like, you could be playing solitaire, you could be playing poker, and you draw me, and then I just win, auto win. I'm like Exodia, except for it's just one card. You don't have to do anything special. I should host competitive tournaments. Honestly, I used to be into like trying to learn trading card rules, but then there's so many. There's so many, and they cost money. And I'm like, I can't pay for all that shit. That's another thing I fucking hate. Can we talk about scalpers for a second and how they fucking ruin everything? I remember growing up that like I had friends that played Pokemon, right? They played Pokemon games and they loved Pokemon and they would, buy the cards. And now I'm seeing children being unable to buy Pokemon cards because fucking adults are coming through and spending like $300 to buy all the fucking trading cards just to go on YouTube and Twitch and start doing random pulls and seeing this one's worth 28,000. Like, motherfucker, some 8-year-old was like, I love Pokemon so much, I want to learn the game. And your 30-year-old ass was like, tough luck. Daddy needs to get a retirement plan. So I'm hoping I'm going to get this rare fucking like holographic. Like, I hate that shit so fucking much. I hate what collecting has become. I hate collector culture so much because you can't even like enjoy shit, right? Same thing for graphics cards. Especially when COVID hit, even before that, you have these people. Same thing for shoes, right? Shoes probably had it the hardest at first, where you have these people who will buy 100 pairs of shoes just to resell it. You have people who will, you're a smoke shop that sells Pokemon cards. Yeah, because it's money. Like, I always look at it from like the fan's perspective. You know how shitty it would be to be a fan of like Pokemon and then unable to buy a pack or multiple packs because they had to put a limit because a bunch of people are trying to buy all of them just so they could do pulls on the internet. Like, yeah, there is no enjoyment anymore. Everything's from money. You spent, and again, I'm really coming after content creators for doing this because they're obviously spreading this out way more than just like some random schlub who goes down to Walmart and buys a booster pack or two. Like, I believe content creators have a responsibility and they have to be very careful with the content they put out and how they put it out, because I have seen so many Twitch streamers, including fucking Logan Paul, who pretty much started the whole buying a bunch of Pokemon cards just to get a high value card so you could sell it. He just needed money. But like, you're telling me you're buying up all these cards, you're spending hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars if you have the resources to do that, just so you can go on stream for 3 hours and just pull cards? Like, I'm sorry, and this might be ironic me saying this, but how is that entertaining? How is it entertaining to watch someone not talk, not play a game, not discuss a topic, not cook, or do that, but someone go like this? Like, hold on. Like, how is it entertaining to watch someone go like, all right, guys, all right, chat. So I bought like $500 worth of Pokemon cards, and I'm hoping to get that rare Charizard. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, dude, I just got a regular one. Like, how is that fucking entertaining? Like, how is that entertainment? This is a very good pop tart though. But how is that entertainment? Just watch someone sit on stream for fucking hours unwrapping goddamn cards and just be like, this is what I got. This is what I got. I got this. This is what I pulled. Like at least a fucking gotcha 5-star pop tart. I pulled a 5-star. Hell yeah, dude. Listen, it's classic, it's elite, it's goated. It's at least a 3-star pull. But like, at least like gotcha games give you a bit of like a theatrics, right? You might have a cool visual and it's like, look at the star and you pulled so-and-so character. But to watch someone sit and just be like opening cards, like I'm like, I can't. I can't. Like, you cannot tell me. And again, I guess the views say that I'm wrong, but it's like opening 10, like what the fuck?
Today, I'm gonna be opening up the rarest and most expensive pack of Pokemon cards ever made. First edition base set Magikarp, Professor Oak. We got a Magmar. We got Ponyta, Lightning Energy. We got a Coughing. Let's keep going through it. A Red Cheeks Pikachu. Moving into a Doduo.
But like
Fire Energy. I got some waves.
Like, you're telling me just watching someone open a Pokemon pack, opening 1,000 evolutions Pokemon pack, opening every Pokemon pack card ever, opening $200,000 first edition Pokemon box rarest in the world. I like, first off, it's just really these two guys doing this. Hey, it's me. But like what the fuck are we doing? This is content now? Fuck, I'm gonna start opening packs of Pop-Tarts. Yeah, you know what? This is what we're doing from now on. We're a Pop-Tart channel. We're just gonna open I'm gonna buy Pop-Tarts every fucking week, and I'm gonna show you which random Pop-Tart I pulled that's worth $800,000. And I'm like some kid was like, I want to be into Pokemon. And then these motherfuckers were like, too bad. Daddy's got to show you these Pokemon packs are valued at $10,000. So I'm actually making a huge ROI on this. And it's like, it's Pokemon card. Like, maybe I'm a hater. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm a hater. Pack opening boom has died. I don't think so, dude. This guy's video was as recent as 12 days ago. Got 90,000 views. This other guy's video 6 days ago got 85,000 views. A month ago, this guy got 267,000 on opening packs. People are still very much into opening packs of Pokemon cards. Typical gamer 1 month ago, 231,000 views. Pokemon Rev 4 days ago, 180,000. Like, no, people are still into this shit. And I'll tell you this true, right? You don't have to get like, I know people will be like, oh my god, this video only got like 40,000 views. If you're putting out, let's say 3-4 videos a week, and you're getting 40,000 views minimum per video, or 49,000 views per video, you're making decent money. Like you are making decent money on YouTube. But like, I'm gonna start scalping Team Cars. Don't you dare. Don't you guys start buying Pop-Tarts now. No. That's my new racket. Okay? I'm gonna find the most rarest Pop-Tarts. And as a true collector, I won't eat it. I'll just have molding Pop-Tarts. Like I'm fucking Kirsha with her fucking Arizona teas. I'll just have molding food laying around. And then once the tariffs really hit and you guys can't afford this shit, I'm gonna be rolling in it. I'm gonna be rolling in it. Just you watch. Just you fucking watch. Oh. Yeah, I'm starting my Asmongold arc. This is the last time you'll see me with my haircut. Actually, should we check in on our peoples? Should we do a check-in? Wait a minute. Okay. Do you guys want to do a reactception? Reaction to a reaction to a reaction? I'm seeing a no and a yes. So a sure. Okay. Okay.
Says an extended break.
All right, you guys said so. So here we go. It's a Tectone video reacting to Asmongold, reacting to a post about. Okay, I mean, just fucking watch it, right? You're seeing it. You're with me. You're here.
At this point, cites his dad's health. What the fuck?
Like I'm fucking fried. I'm totally fried. I do my best to be live every day and to, you know, be as consistent as I can be, but like
dude, this is the big issue with Asmongold's content is that he like goes so hard for so long until he runs the goddamn brakes off the trains. You know what I mean? Like he goes live every day for like 6 to 8 hours every fucking day.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. Glaze. Why are we glazing? You guys, you know, the problem with Asmongold, content is he just owns. He owns so hard for 6 to 7 hours a day. He owns so hard that the wheels fall off, man. Like, what? 6 to 7. So does Hassan. Right? So does the person you guys hate the most. Hassan does this shit every single day. And guess what? He also leaves his house to work out or to walk his dog or to go to like Chicago, for example, to the DSA. But yeah, Asmongold just goes, and his content's so hard. You know how hard it is, you guys, to sit there and go, yeah. No, yeah. Nope, they're telling the truth, yeah. I'm trying to do the eyebrow thing he does, like, yeah. Like, it's so hard. It's so difficult to do this.
And the problem is that would be fine if he was doing other things outside of content creation, but I know for a fact that he's fucking not.
It'd be awesome if he wasn't a fucking loser, but I know for a fact he isn't. He does nothing outside of this, you guys. He has nothing going on. He don't got shit going on in his life, okay? He just does this. No girlfriend. No friends he hangs out with. No dog. No park he goes to. No gym. No anything. No movies. He just does this. That's it.
What he does when he ends the stream is most likely lay down in his cocoon on his bed and then go on the phone. But what I really feel, once again, obviously, I think it's a very good idea for Asmon. And this is not even my place to fucking say, but I'm just saying this as gut reaction to seeing this for the first time. I feel like it's very good that he's willing to take time off for his dad, and God bless them both, and I hope they're all okay, and I hope Paul has a speedy recovery, and I hope he's all fine. But Asmongold needs to understand that, like, even if his dad is fine, and I hope that he is, the rate that Asmongold is streaming and making content is not sustainable. Like, he's streaming so long, so much, every day, with like you guys gotta understand, okay? You're gonna say, oh, he's a streamer, who cares?
What is his video even?
I'm gonna tell you something that Asmongold will never tell you, and I mean this unironically. Asmongold says that he's humble, but he genuinely is a humble guy. Asmongold streams for 6 to 8 hours almost every single fucking day. This isn't like easy fucking retard content where I'm booting up Fortnite every day and grinding with 3 of my buddies. This is like talking about serious issues going on in the world, high stress content.
Oh, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the entire fuck up. Here. Let's look at some of the content that Asmongold is covering. I literally said this is happening. Let's see. Let's see.
New church. Let's go ahead and listen to the new church.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson makes no apologies for his beliefs on God and country.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. And I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
And now Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power with the recent opening of his...
This is going to get way bigger, by the way. Way bigger. Like right now, you're seeing the first 10%.
New church.
Great insight, Asmongold. Wow. How can he reacted to Andy Pence video? Wait. Oh, you guys, how is this possible? Such insight as this is going to keep happening. Fantastic. He reacted to
this one is going to be fucking base.
Oh man, you guys, he did an Andy Pence react video.
The video title is The Pussification of Video Games Part 2. Oh boy, here we go.
All right, if you're here from Reddit, you might need to change your tampon.
I guarantee he's gonna find the tampon thing funny.
For this one. Boy.
Oh man. Oh, we're in for a good one, huh? All right, let's get it started.
But Tectone is right. He talks about such serious
There's a new
and
church. New church. Let's go ahead. And
heavy
listen to the new
topics,
church.
man. Like, how does he do that? How does he do that for
There's a new church. New church.
multiple days? How does he do that? Where the fuck did the video go? Yeah, but yeah, no, he's right.
Dealing with every
What was he? What was that again?
people like scum retards that where I'm booting up Fortnite every day and grinding with 3 of my buddies. This is like talking about serious issues.
Serious issues, you guys, like the pussification of video games. Oh man, like a book. I'm telling you, these guys are so easy. They're so easy. They're so easy. It's just the food chain, right? Admiral doesn't talk about serious topics because he doesn't understand the gravity of the topics he talks about, which is why he has said shit like Palestinians deserve genocide, which is why he said he wanted to go with like Tom Human so he could ride along on Ice Raid as a Pokemon catcher, why he said you should run over protesters. And then he had to be talked to multiple times by people who knew shit, like Hassan on certain topics, to like walk his stuff back. Because he didn't know anything. He may be talking about serious topics, but he's not the person to be talking about it. And I'm not saying you can't talk about shit like the pussification of video games. I mean, hell, I did. But most of Asmongold's insights aren't even really insightful. He just does confirmation bias. It's not like Asmongold ever watches something that he disagrees with, right? He's not like saying, this is why this is wrong. He will watch something that's a video. I'm like, there are too many DEIs in video games. And then he'll be like, yeah, no, they're right. And see, if they keep doing this way, they're going to lose money. But he almost never talks about things like, hey, here's a point of view that I don't agree with, and I'm going to articulate why it's bad or why it's harmful. He does, to be fair, I would say 90% of his content is confirmation bias stuff. So like, no, what he does isn't challenging. He just literally sits there, agrees, and it goes to the next thing. That's it.
Going on in the world, high stress content, dealing with every people like scum retards like Hassan, coming at him every single day, calling him a pedophile and accusing him of killing his own mother.
Okay. Such a weird thing to mention Hassan here. I don't think Hassan calls him a pedophile or accused him of killing his own mother. Asmongold himself did allude to the fact that his reactions and treatment of his mom while she was in her, basically the end of her life, possibly contributed to her dying because he was out there buying her cigarettes. He said that himself. But like, he's also, Tectone, you're just glazing, right? Like he's just glazing Asmongold in this video. That's it. Jack Raiden at Tectone, I wish you stream more sometimes. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How are Hassan and Asmon the two biggest political streamers on Twitch? I mean, for Hassan, it makes sense. This is where he has his degree in. Like, he's a political science major. So, like, this is his wheelhouse, right? So it makes sense because Hassan was one of, I guess, the few people who almost focused exclusively on politics. And so he kind of got big on Twitch in that because there wasn't many people doing it. Asmongold just decided because Trump was president again that it'd be good for content. And because being a piece of shit right-winger is popular now, he blew up in the political sphere. Barely plays video games now. It's like, that's why.
It's a very stressful thing that Asmon does. It is. From streamer to streamer, it's a very stressful thing. And what's more than that is then he also has to be on top of the 5 videos that get uploaded, 5 videos max, to his main channel, and the 5 videos max to his side channel that runs every day.
He could just have an editor, so no.
Where he has to stay on top of his editors. Okay? That's already a shit ton. Now, I do know that Asmon's at least attempting to do 30 minutes of walks every day. And oh my God, guys, I even heard he's actually drinking cups of water. Jesus. That's big. But the other thing is, he's also running companies behind the scenes. He's a head figure in a lot of companies that he helps run, and I'm going to mean this genuinely, and Asmongold will never tell you this. Asmongold works with idiots. He does.
I mean, you worked with him, so I guess that's true. But this is just a glazing video. Like, my brother